Many people will tell you that betting on the 5-number bet in roulette is the worst thing you can do, but that's not true. If you're the type of person who likes to make a lot of multi-number bets in roulette, you may be making some or even all of your bets completely worthless. And I'll teach you all about this phenomenon called bet nullification today on JackAce. What up, donkeys? JackAce here with JackAce.com, where we talk about my 3 favorite topics: gambling, crypto, and math. Today we're going to go over something called bet nullification in roulette. Now, to understand some of the concepts that I use here, you'll want to make sure you watch 2 of my other roulette videos: Roulette Math for Donkeys and the Distributive Property of Roulette Betting. So please check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. So typically you have 2 types of roulette bettors. One who likes to bet on a few spots and hope to hit big with a big payoff, and the other likes to cover the felt with lots of little bets, hoping to win a little bit of money each time very frequently. And it's important to recognize that one type of player is not better than the other. Ultimately, their expected loss will be the same. For both types of players, 5.26% of all money wagered will go to the house on average. But the player who likes to bet on a lot of numbers may do something that the small field bettor won't. He may bet on 36 or more numbers at a time. And that's a huge no-no. Whenever you have money invested in 36 or more roulette numbers, you've caused a bet nullification situation. And it doesn't matter how you've put your money on these 36 plus numbers. If there are 36 different numbers where the dealer would push a single chip your way when it hits, then you've committed this violation. If you bet on 36 or more numbers, there always exists a smaller betting pattern where every win is the same or bigger, and every loss is the same or smaller. And amazingly, sometimes people do this. Take a look at my friend here, Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari.
5,000. Black.
5,000 red.
Zero?
Zero! Okay. Wait, is that red 0 or black 0?
The green 0. I'm afraid you lose, messieurs.
So in this very basic example, you have a situation where you can't win and you can only lose. In this case, the red bet nullifies the black bet. And you may be in a situation where not all of your bets are being nullified. For example, if you bet $100 on red and $105 on black, you would win $5 when a black hit, and you would lose $5 when a red hit. But you would lose $205 when 0 or double 0 hit. If you were to change that betting system to just put $5 on the black, you're still going to win 5 on black, you're still going to lose 5 on red, but now you've saved $200 when 0 or double 0 hit. The first step in eliminating bet nullification situations is identifying when it happens. Most of the time, you should be able to eyeball the felt and see how many numbers have equity on them. But if you're not able to do this, you can enter your bets into the JackAce tool called Roulette Bet Analyzer, and it'll take all of your multi-number bets and turn them into straight-up bets. And if you enter your bets, it'll actually give you a warning if you've bet on 36 or more numbers. And once you see how much money is on each number, take the lowest number and subtract that from all 36 bets. And let's take a look at some examples by using the JackAce Roulette Bet Analyzer tool.
So let's first take a look at a system called Champion's Corner. Looking at the 4 $25 street bets, it's pretty easy to see that they can be consolidated into a single $100 bet on the second dozen. And now it's easy to see that we've bet on all 3 dozens. Of the $400 being bet, 300 of it is locked up in nullified bets that cancel each other out when one wins. But all of it goes down the drain when 0 and double 0 hit. So we can just remove $100 from each of these 3 bets. The entire betting scheme can be reconstructed with just 3 $50 bets, with all payouts being identical for the numbers 1 through 36, but you save $300 when the 0 or double 0 hit. And we've reduced the expected loss from $23.67 to $7.89 per spin. And let's take a look at the system No-Lose Comp Collector. This system has the distinction as being the absolute worst roulette system I've seen reviewed by the CEG Dealer School. And I love the guys at CEG, and I love their channel, and I love their roulette reviews. But the person who wrote this system obviously doesn't know that you're not supposed to bet on 36 or more numbers at a time. There are two betting schemes for this system, but we're only going to take a look at the first tier, which is $350 per spin. In the system, they're betting on all 38 numbers. You're basically putting $10 on every number except for 0, 00, 9, 12, 27, and 30. On those 6 numbers, you're putting $5 each. So you can come up with a better system by just removing the 3 split bets and cutting all the other bets in half. Once we do that, you'll see every win wins $10 more and every loss loses $10 less. All of the wins went from $10 to $20, and all of the losses went from minus 170 to minus 160. So if we were to play these two systems side by side, the player with the improved system will be $10 ahead multiplied by the number of spins. So after 60 spins, the smarter player will have $600 more, no matter what numbers came up.
Yo, I am not a jackass, meaning not a donkey.
So if someone tells you that the 5-number bet is the worst thing you can do in roulette, tell them that they're wrong. You never want to engage in bet nullification, so to do this, make sure you're not betting on 36 or more numbers at a time. You're at least putting some of your money at risk with no possibility of reward. So if you're developing a roulette betting system, I would first put it in the JackAce Roulette Bet Analyzer tool to see if you've engaged in bet nullification. So that's it. I hope this was informative. If it was, please like and subscribe. Comment down below if you've ever seen someone bet on red and black at the same time. Always gamble responsibly, and peace out, donkeys.